In Power of the Internet news.
Internet power.
Submitted by ¿Cómo estás, JK?
Oh, muy bien, muy bien.
No me escrites.
A viral photo of a frost-covered 8-year-old boy has sparked almost $16,000 in donations from the internet.
Damn. That's a lot of money.
What is going on here?
You could buy a heater for like 25 bucks. Just to let you know.
Just to put it out there.
Even cheaper than that.
Yeah.
Is it like medical bills because he's got frostbites and he needs to like something?
He has a condition where he freezes.
So this is the photo that went.
In any weather condition.
Dude, that's tight.
Holy
He
shit.
seems like a cartoon.
He's turning Super Saiyan.
Whoa.
The kids are laughing at him.
Yeah, so these are the photos that went viral.
Are his hands frostbitten?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
You know, like a Christmas tree with a
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I thought he was wearing those
I
beanies.
legit thought that was just his hairstyle.
Frosted tips. That's a different meaning of
So
frosted.
this is what he looks like normally. So
Cheeks are still
Is he
red.
from Mongolia or something?
he's in like China.
China?
Looks like a friend of mine. It's just so funny.
Damn.
Yeah, so that photo went viral, and it was discovered later on that he has to travel about 3 miles on foot to get to his school. And the day that this photo was taken was the first day of their exams. And so like he obviously just didn't want to miss that day. And
My mom's been stealing this fool's stories when she tells me about how she had to go to school. She told me that she had to ride a bike 5 miles to school and she only had one pedal. She's only pedaling with one. And I'm like, bitch, you fucking stealing this fool's story, you
So
fucking
one
liar.
thigh was just huge and the other thigh.
I know, I should squeeze my mom's thighs. I'm like, you're a lying sack of shit. They're the same.
yeah, so it was about 15 degrees Fahrenheit or negative 9 degrees Celsius.
Damn. We've been in that weather.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Minnesota.
Damn, walking around with no gloves,
Yeah.
frostbite, like.
Why didn't he buy some North Face stuff?
Or take a t-shirt and wrap it
Because he
around.
doesn't have money, so that's why once this went viral on the internet, a lot of people just started giving donations. They even donated a lot of like coats and gloves and stuff.
Where was this located?
In China.
Oh.
Yeah.
3 miles just to go to school?
Dude, the kids are all laughing at him.
Northeastern Yuan province, if you guys really want to know exactly where. So this is when they were getting like coats and gloves from people donating it to them.
That's awesome.
And so luckily, thanks to the internet, you know, they're
Dude, he could have died.
Yeah, he legit could have died.
Yeah, and so
That's crazy, man.
These kids are so determined.
The shit that other people go through in other countries and just the sheer toughness and what they have to deal with, it's so different.
It's
Just to go to school.
Yeah, because I'm like, I ain't trying to go to school.
yeah, we're doing
In sunny California.
our
Yeah.
effort is backwards. We're doing
Yeah.
everything we can not to go.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
And they're just like desperate for an education so they can like eat.
It's because it's given to us.
Like, I'd rather be sick and stay home. And this fool's like, fuck it, I'm gonna risk my life to go to school.
That's why
him and his sister.
That's why communism, socialism, that stuff doesn't work all the way, because like when things are just given out freely, like that's when you don't want to go. Cause like before you could only get an education if you were wealthy, you know, like if you were the elite, then you could be educated. Now it's public education, no one wants to fucking go. Cause they
Super entitled.
Yeah.
I was entitled as fuck. Starting from elementary, I was like, why do I gotta go? I don't want to go.
Right, because you didn't have to earn it.
Right.
It wasn't something that people waved in front of you and said, you can't have this, you know?
Well, maybe that's what we should do. You're not gonna be able to read, but I wanna.
How cute. Yeah, so now people are saying like this is awesome for them in that school, but you guys also have to remember there's many other schools out in like all over the world where they don't have the same luck as to get viral and to get help from everyone else.
There's so many frosty hairs all over the
You
world.
look like a Dragon Ball Z character.
So what does that mean? Like go out and look for it, or what does that
Yeah,
mean?
pretty much like, just remember like there's more schools that are like that. That's what a lot of people are saying.
I saw this one photo.
That
It was,
could also use
it was
help.
pretty crazy. It was a bunch of little Russian boys and girls on like a tree, just like on a tree, like
A branch?
branch. Yeah, just sitting there because the description was a lot of these kids during the winter, their parents just drink and abuse them and beat their asses. So they all come outside in the freezing cold and just sit on that tree branch so they don't get abused by their parents.
Oh my God.
And I was like, that is some crazy shit.
Insane.
That is sad.
Yeah, so they're all just huddled together and then sitting on the tree branch. And I'm like,
that's where they grow up to be all cold-hearted.
That's why they're so tough.
And I'm like, I thought I had it bad, but damn, dude, I was always welcome back in the house.
Fear of getting your ass beat was so terrible.
It is pretty scary.
It is.
I fucking hated that feeling. You're just waiting for doom to come on your ass cheeks.
But can you imagine how much crazier their life was if they have to run out and just be in the cold in the freezing snow?
Dude, I could never live in Russia. Just like, I would be angry too. I'd want to beat my kids too. Like, it's so cold all the time, and like...
That's still how you warm up, by fucking socking your kids in the face.
Vodka. That's why they drink so much.
It's cold, so
Yeah,
come here.
exactly. They drink and beat their kids because...
I know, they got sick of eating sturgeon all
I've never
day.
been to Russia, so but I've just heard that's very cold, and cold makes me angry. So probably wouldn't want to.
Heat makes me angry.
Really?
Angry up.
You don't like going to Hawaii?
But that's different though, because that's heat with beautiful air, ocean, and trees.
And people are nice there.
Oh,
Are you talking about like desert heat?
Yes.
Or are you talking about, okay.
I don't mind being in the tropics and being hot because that's just how it is. You know what I mean? But we're over here and it's like a dry 110 degrees. I'm not having that.
No, it's really dry here. If it was like a little bit more humid, it'd be nicer.
but we got the beach here. Just go to the beach.
It's even like dry at the beach. Like it just feels dry here.
It's true. It's not like humid like Hawaii.
I love the cold when I'm super active. Because the air just tastes sweet, like it's a cold glass of water.
I only like the cold when I'm completely covered up. And I know it's cold because I see everyone else is cold, but like me, I'm just like,
Have you ever ran in the cold? When
No.
you're sweaty as hell and it's cooling you down, but you're hot as hell?
I don't like it. It gives me a headache.
not like cold.
Because my hair gets wet when I sweat, and then it's just like freezing on my head, and then it just gives me a headache.
I like everything cold. We had this one training evolution in the Marine Corps one time. It's back in Camp Pendleton, and I think it was like probably like under 10 degrees. So we had like this 8-mile hike somewhere, and then we're all drenched, right? And by the time we get there and we make camp, it's like nighttime, and it's really cold, but you're also really, really wet because you just hiked 8 miles. You're drenched like a motherfucker. So I take off my shirt. I take off my they call it a blouse. I put it on the side, and I try to let it air dry so I can go to sleep. So I go on my sleeping bag naked, and then when I wake up, I pick up my shirt and it's just completely frozen. And it's completely frozen. It's like a piece of cardboard.
Oh my God.
And then like when I put it on, I thought it was so tight. I'm like, but I like that. Like it just feels.
You
good.
like that?
Yeah, it was like even when I picked up my helmet, there's like little icicles, like where my sweat kind of went down and I like made
Frozen sweat.
Yeah, frozen sweat.
One of the worst.
So when it melts, it's all salty.
I hate when you're in the shower if you don't dry completely and then your shirt sticks to you. I don't like that.
I don't like
I
that
don't
feeling.
like that feeling either.
Hate, my cousin loves it.
What?
He likes the shirt fucking stuck to him like
He
this.
likes being like a little like wet and then putting a shirt on.
That's like sweat.
Silk shirts, because that feels good, but like regular shirts?
Oh, I hate
Or
that.
like jeans, putting on your jeans.
Oh yeah. Well, I don't know what it's like to put on jeans anymore, but yeah, I could imagine.
I like the cold. Makes me happy.
I know this fool was pretty much naked when we went to, what was it, Mount Fuji?
Oh yeah, in Japan, dude, all the tourists were looking at you like you were a bear reincarnate and shit. They're like, what the fuck?
Yeah, because even when you could see your breath in the air, that's how cold it was.
my God.
A matcha ice
Soft
cream.
serve, dude.
And he had his sweater or jacket like wrapped around his waist, and everyone else is like covered up to like here.
Bart's meant to be an Alaskan seal, man.
Dude, that's why your child constantly sweats.
A tiger. I think he's like me.
He's really hot.
Yeah, he's
a
super
hot-ass
hot.
baby too.
That fool just looks literally like you dipped him in oil.
He sleeps by the window and it's cold, like it's colder now. And then I'll feel his little hands and he's cold and I'm like, wait, why aren't you crying? But
But
then
he's
I
so
feel his
happy.
body and it's hot and sweaty. I'm like, damn it.
When I look at him, I'm like, trust me, I know how you feel.
Daddy knows, man.
Being able to generate like a lot of body heat though, that's kind of like strong chi. So it's like a lot of energy.
Really? Isaac must have a ton of chi then, because his...
Or it might be a boy
tiny
thing.
little body, but he still gets super hot.
Well, when I was
Good.
pregnant
That's
with...
how I was. I was a tiny ass kid. I didn't even break 100 pounds until I was in high school.
But see, straight up though, he has like 2 superpowers: unlimited heat and unlimited spit. Yeah, maybe just Taika just. I'm like, yo,
It's like a
when's that
soft serve machine of
Yeah,
drool.
I'm like, when's that shit gonna turn off? It's just.
Dude, when I was pregnant with him, I think the last couple months, I started feeling that same heat that I guess you would complain about, and I would get hotter than he would at times. And there was a time where we were eating at a restaurant. It was in the middle of the summer. They didn't have an AC, and I just couldn't stop. I couldn't finish my food because I'm like, we have to get out of here. I'm gonna pass. Like, this is really, really hot.
See why I'm complaining about the heat all
Yeah,
the
it's
time?
really uncomfortable. I feel bad for anyone that feels extremely hot. It sucks.
Yeah.
I'd rather take us being cold and like me like thinking I'm gonna die because I feel so cold than being hot.
You just feel like you have a
can't run
trash
away
bag
from
on
it.
you. Yeah, you can't run away from them. Just like, oh god.
It sucks.
I'd rather be cold a million times over than being hot.
Like when
for
I was
sure.
in Taiwan, like my shirt, it looked like I was a 7th grader. Yeah, because it just started drooping. You know what I mean? You know, like the droopy 7th grade t-shirt where my ring neck is all the way down here.
And there's still people with scarves and shit.
Yeah, dude.
I'm like, you guys are crazy.
It was during the cold time of Taiwan. It was like 90
Why do you
degrees
need a jacket in Taiwan?
at 120% humidity.
Coats, those thick coats.
That's how people think about Californians, because like we complain, you know, when it's like when it dips below 70, we're like, oh, getting a jacket.
Yeah.
It's very interesting in Taiwan. I don't want to say like I'm like hating on it, but they're like some of the worst dressed people I've ever seen in my life.
Yeah.
What is that? What is that about? Like they don't have like a fashion thing there or something?
Well, I think it's because of new money.
Oh.
Because it's a new country,
Okay.
right? So I feel like countries have different stages. Like the first stage is they need stability. So they just got out of like the broke phase and now they need stability.
Okay.
And then once they have that old money, they're gonna get into fashion.
Yeah, that's just crazy. I was like,
Everything's made in Taiwan, though.
True.
So they should have a better idea of fashion.
They're like they make it. And they're like, oh, these people are wearing some weird shit. They send it off.
Or maybe they are in fashion. It's just not our style, you
They're
know?
like, we're way above this.
They're in their own world. Flesh-colored socks, baby.
That's how it was when I was living in Mexico. Like everyone had like their own style at that time, but then like it was so different from what I was used to when I was living here. But then I ended up starting like slowly morphing into the likes of their style. Like I wanted to get shoes that they had.
Like snakeskin boots?
Like the
No.
snakeskin boots with the big curly toes.
No, those came out after I lived there, and I was like, that has to be a joke. No one actually
Like
wears
elf
that.
shoes.
Yeah, they actually have them like super curly. That's crazy.
Damn.